I got into DJing club music more and more. My first club break was over at Club Sauvage. I was DJing for Suzanne Barsh and doing her parties, which was a very interesting experience. You would have Madonna and David Brenner and everybody come through, so it was a hodgepodge of who's who, and I would spin house music. I would spin quote-unquote black music for that crowd, and they got into it. And you know, I got to play for a while. I went to retirement a little bit in the early 90s. I was kind of like disillusioned with the commercialization of house at the time. And then around 95, 96, Body and Soul came into being. I was friends with Joe Clausel. Joe turned me on to like a whole different deal again, and I got back into it, and then I finally got to play a Body and Soul around 98.
Excellent.
Yeah, I decided to play. Joe put me down. He said, "KERVYN, you're gonna play for me." I played a Body and Soul. I did Body and Soul 4 times during its run at Club Vinyl here in New York, and during that time, then I had this friend of mine, Joselle Ramos. Well, I know him as Manny, but he was Joselle Manuel Ramos. We talked about doing a film, documenting or going back into time about how the scene got started here in New York, and thereabouts came Maestro, which was like 7 years in the making. It took us a long time, and we got a lot of love. Got a lot of opposition too, but we got a lot of love.
Were you one of the associate producers, co-producers on the
I was the associate producer. I was a co-writer. I was a historian. I did a lot of the different things to make it go. So I'm quote-unquote key in, and part of that, I mixed the actual the mixed CD, the soundtrack. I mixed the soundtrack. It was a soundtrack CD that came out. I was the DJ on that. So that's the whole deal with me.